All right, what's up guys? We're back at PTS Fab and we're gonna do a quick video of getting a couple cars ready. Nick and Dustin just finished up 2 cars and they just got another customer car in that we're gonna take a look at. So first one we're gonna be taking a look at is Roxanne. So they got this thing back together since it's freshening up at Oaks Performance. So while it was at Oaks Performance, they switched, I think they switched all of the pistons. So they switched it from, I think this was originally like a 9.5 to 1 motor, and now it's basically a 12 to 1 motor. Everything else pretty much stayed the same, but I'm assuming because of that compression, it changed a couple of things around. So they tried starting it up on pump gas, and normally it starts up just fine using the pump gas feature, but it struggled to be able to rev. It idled on the methanol tune, but you couldn't rev it because it was pouring in too much fuel. And then it wouldn't idle on the pump gas tune, but you could rev it because it was a normal amount of fuel. So we just gotta switch that up a little bit and we should be good there. And then the next one is the Camaro. So we've seen this a few times. We didn't do like any real long complete videos on this, but we'll probably get quite a bit of footage of this one this weekend. So this one, the only thing that changed, they fixed a couple of things that got hurt last time. They had some issues with like the crank pulley and something else I can't remember. But one thing that did change while they were fixing this up was the injectors. So this one is still direct injection. It uses the stock ECU, but it also uses a holley for the additional fuel system that's on it, which I believe now they went up to like a 2200 cc injector. So got to get the data on those, replace it, or sorry, change it in the ECU, and then we'll be taking this one up to Tulsa this weekend. So probably right after we're done here, we're gonna head up, load it up and head to Oklahoma. We'll see how it goes. We still got a lot to shake down. We haven't really gotten any, stellar passes from this. We're always kind of fighting some issue, but I think we should be good to start really hammering on it this time out. So we're gonna start that one up on the new injectors. And then the last one. So one of Nick's customers just acquired this, bought it for a decent amount of money. This is a setup that's already pretty much proven. It's gone really fast already. On a 275 radial, big old turbos, big old motor. I think a True Street trim car. I don't know, you'll have to, don't quote me on that, but it's got a lot of really nice interior in it. Yeah, I mean, this thing is just freaking awesome looking. Straight up street car. Like it's that mix between, it's like that borderline area basically, between race car and street car. But gorgeous car, lots of really nice stuff in here. And yeah, so Nick's customer that bought it wants us to run through it real quick, and then we'll probably end up going down south with the car to get it sorted out at the track, get him comfortable and acquainted with the car. So definitely look forward to future videos with this car. Right, all we're going to be doing today though is just kind of doing an initial run through it. So we're going to look at, I think Nick's already looked at the setup itself, just the physical setup, the chassis, the engine stuff, all the fabrication on it. Just kind of, doing a once over, making sure everything is cool. I assume it is, since like we said, this thing's already been super fast, so shouldn't be much of a problem. Same thing in the calibration. We're going to take a look at the calibration, see if we need to make any changes. Again, same exact result. Shouldn't have to really do a whole lot since it's already been, down fast as hell. But we may end up doing, we tend to mess around with a lot of cars where the owners aren't super knowledgeable about the cars that they, have, which are pretty advanced. So we want to make sure that any options, any switches, things like that, the way that the car is operated is something that's as user-friendly as we can make it for the new owner. So that might be, hopefully, ideally, fingers crossed, that's the only thing that we actually, have to modify to this. Otherwise, I hope it's, pretty much ready to go, but we will see. But we're going to start with Roxanne. So I got the computer loaded up, so let me just go ahead. I'm pretty positive I know what's going on here. So I just need to squirt a little bit of fuel in the idle area, and hopefully we'll be able to run it on pump gas, no problem. Don't really have a crazy amount left in here, so we might need to fill it up with a little bit more gas. right, so it's running on gasoline, so I can't really run it for too long. I already tried it a couple of times. I just had to make an adjustment. It's a brand new throttle body. We were having a lot of problems with the drive-by-wire throttle body that we were using. I mean, in its defense, it was a really cheap one, so we couldn't ask much of it, but we didn't want to have any of those problems at all. So instead of going to, a more baller drive-by-wire throttle body, we just went to cable. So it's going to change a couple of things that we do in this. We were using that throttle body for a lot of different things, power control, a lot of idle stuff. Like, it works really good as a idle control, but now we're just stuck with just a regular old IAC. So we had to, that was probably the biggest thing that was out of whack, was we needed to crack the throttle body open a little bit. So now that we have, we changed a little bit with fueling, not a crazy amount, because, which makes sense. The motor's not drastically different, it's only a little bit different. So now it's good. Got it fired up on gas. I guess we'll have to get some methanol in there and make sure that all of the changes that we made are still good on methanol, which it should. Literally, the pump gas feature on this to make it run on pump gas is like just chopping a bunch of fuel out. It's basically running off of the way that we like to run it on methanol. We just do a big compensation to pull a bunch of duty cycles so that it'll run on the gas. So yeah, should be okay on this one, unless they want to fill it up with the methanol and verify. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one. We got this one all sorted out. I got the holley portion of it going. We're having a little bit of an issue with the HP tuner side of it. I wish I knew more about HP tuner. I'd help out fix it, but I don't. So that's being done by somebody else. So yeah, we changed the injectors in the ECU. We switched them to some FIC 2600s. The data that they gave was great. They gave us a little USB and had a bunch of different tables and good information in there, so that's pretty cool. And the other thing that we were doing was the bump, the trans brake and bump. We switched it back over to a solid state relay, and had to change it in the calibration to operate off of a solid state for trans brake and bump. So it didn't take too long. They're loading it up right now. I think we still need to test it, so I should probably tell them after they've gotten it all the way into the trailer, because it'll be funny to me.
How far forward do you want to be? Okay.
Are you just test fitting the car, or you didn't want to test the trans brake and bump?
I don't know.
I figured I'd wait until you had it all the way in to ask.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you want to test it?
It's up to you. I guess we will have a decent amount of time tomorrow, but is there anything that, like, we need to see it here so that we have better means to
Fix it?
fix it? Yeah.
Alright, pull it out.
All right. Thing is tossing that trailer around. Well, we need some HP tuner help. Now, I hope I guessed on the injectors. Did it move? Okay. I heard it clicking, but so hang on one sec. So I took a guess at the bump setting. I guess it wasn't enough. It wasn't moving anywhere. I know that the relay was cycling the solenoid, but probably just wasn't a long enough duty cycle. All right, just try it now. Use it like a bump. It's just gonna be a little bump. The tran's good?
Yeah.
All right, that'll do. We'll have to fine tune the bump when we get to the track. It's, I'm hoping it's okay now, but I don't know. Every now and then it seems to be inconsistent the way that it bumps. I don't know. We've got it to a point where it's at least moving the car forward now, so we'll see how it does tomorrow. All right, guys, that'll be it for this one. Just do the usual thing, like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends. Next time you see us, we will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, testing that car. So. Didn't get a chance to take a look at the Green Nova today, but we'll probably do that in a later video, and we'll definitely be doing some video of it when we're actually taking it out to make some passes. So yeah, till next time.